because someone fired a bullet at Charlie Kirk that said, "Hey, fascist, catch." And now you have people celebrating it.
So he said the bullet that hit him was the "Hey, fascist, catch" one. He's just talking about the bullets. Well, that's not going to say. We look at Mr. Search Engine over here.
And when you ask people
That's
about
not even
it,
the
they
bullet
say,
that was fired.
"Oh,
How are you lying about this?
Shut
even?
up, Destiny.
Holy
Shut up.
shit, you're such
This guy never loses his cool. Jack is always cool as a cucumber, bro. He's had enough. They've all had it. That's why he's like this. Jack never yells. He never raises his voice. He's very calm. And even now when he's yelling, he's not yelling. Like, he is dadding him.
You're so
Shut
shameless.
up.
JayViper is awesome. He's so good looking. He's got the crowd in all.
Let's talk about Destiny's sorry ass and the shit that he's been going through.
You need conservatives to be afraid of getting killed when they go to events so that they look to their leadership to turn down the temperature. The issue is right now, they don't feel like there's any fear. Like, I don't know. It's like memes. It's just memes to everybody, I guess. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I kind of wonder if Destiny can grasp what just got done happening. Like, when someone murdered Charlie Kirk in front of a group of people and his family, can he grasp, like, is he so internet brained? He's just so locked in his room away from the world, getting cucked right in front of him for his whole life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is he so broken that he cannot grasp what actually happened and how that actually affects people? Like, there's no way. Like, how do you say this? What rhetoric has to get turned down on the right? We want people deported that don't belong here. They came here illegally. That needs to get turned down. There's two genders. Does that need to get turned down? What else? School choice. No tax on tips. What is this rhetoric that needs to get turned way down on the right? Are we out there threatening the lives of the left all over the place? Are we out there dancing in the streets when they die? Can someone tell me what the hell he's talking about?
Like,
okay.
I don't know. It's like memes. It's just memes to everybody, I guess.
I think it's memes to him.
I don't know. I don't care. I'm playing video games, okay?
And is he going to go play Expedition 33?
I'm done today. I don't give a fuck.
Giving them a bad rap.
It's going to be so fucking gay if I get killed in the next fucking 2 months of shit I'm doing. Well, the cuck out here, please don't.
He sure likes saying cucked. Can someone explain to me how he's using this word here?
Doing well, the cuck out here, please don't anybody make any actual fucking the most cucked weak fucking bullshit speeches on my side. God, if it happens, holy shit, I'm gonna make a death note before I go out to go live and not. God, it's so cucked. It's so optics cucked.
What? He has brain rot, dude. This guy, like, when we're talking about brain rot, there it is right there. So then. Now, we got a few things on Destiny. Then Destiny goes on Piers Morgan, where he is confronted about this. Now, we got Piers, we get Jack Posobiec. I always forget both their names, and we got Destiny. Let's go.
You've been quite active on social media since Charlie
He's going to explain basically what he just got done saying.
Kirk's death. When Erica Kirk posted Charlie's coffin, you responded, she tagged him, brackets, crying face emojis.
She tagged him. Like crying face, because she did tag him.
In response to Alina Haber's tweet ordering people to fly their.
Andrew Wilson, Anna Kasparian, thank you very much. Because I was trying to, man, I always forget his name. I see him all the time too.
A half-mast in memory of Charlie. You posted on X buying flags and poles just to fly them fully erect.
Yes, sir.
And you then posted yesterday, ending every conservative debate call out I do in 2026 with "Don't dodge, bro." That's not what Charlie would have wanted.
That's crazy.
I mean, do you think that your response to the cold-blooded murder of Charlie Kirk has been appropriate?
Yes.
I mean, if you're locked in on your take, you're locked in on your take. Straight up. I do want to hear that one more time. Just him doubling down.
I mean, do you think that your response to the cold-blooded murder of Charlie Kirk has been appropriate?
Yes.
God, he's so punchable. Not that I would ever say anyone should do it, but isn't he?
I think that the only way this...
Of course, obviously, this is, if you have both agreed.
country moves forward into a better world is when conservatives can finally realize that they need to turn the temperature down on their side.
This is wild. I still don't understand what he's talking about. Turn the temperature down on their side. The Republicans have to turn their temperature down in order for him to say, we need to turn the temperature down. Last time I checked, it was Charlie Kirk that just got absolutely fucking assassinated when he was literally out there giving a voice to people he disagreed with. Like, that is the one thing about Charlie Kirk. I don't feel like enough people really appreciate what he did. He would go into college campuses and he would talk to people that he vehemently disagreed with. Like, he did not agree with these people, a lot of them, okay? Some of them literally just asking questions, but he would have debates, open debates with people where they could bring their ideas, the way they felt about things, their ideology, and speak to him and speak their mind. He literally gave them a microphone, so they had the opportunity to be viewed by millions of people. Like, his clips are everywhere. He gave them a voice and an opportunity to speak. And you don't really see that very often. Like, you don't. And he was huge. And, you know, obviously, like, he made a lot of sense. And a lot of people really started swinging right on college campuses, especially the men. It made a big difference in the last election, which is why I think we are where we are today. But he wants the temperature turned down. The man who was one of the most moderate voices on the right and actually crossed lines to speak is now dead because of the temperature of the left, not the right. So Destiny's requirement for the temperature to be turned down for him is absolutely, it's an embarrassing take. It's a joke. It's a joke.
We are 10 years into whatever this Trump madness is, and there is not a single mainstream conservative that will call for a lowering of the temperature on their side.
And by the way, Trump did almost immediately.
How do you want to see your supporters respond to this? Charlie Kirk was a big advocate of nonviolence and free speech on campus. How do you want your supporters to respond, sir?
I think that way. He was an advocate of nonviolence. That's the way I'd like to see people respond.
He doesn't want to see that for anybody.
I think that liberals need to wake up and finally realize that if they're not willing to do it, it will never come down. If you wanted Charlie Kirk to be alive, Donald Trump shouldn't have been president for the second term.
That is nuts. Are you kidding? So let me get this straight. If we wanted Charlie Kirk to live, then we had to bend over and let Kamala Harris be president. Am I understanding his logic correctly? And are we to believe that actually would be the case? Because what, Charlie Kirk wouldn't have been on that campus and they wouldn't have hated him at that moment because Kamala Harris would have been president? Would they not have called him a Nazi and a fascist? Because they've been doing it forever, right? They've been doing it for fucking ever. So you're telling me that if he was to be alive, that we would have to allow Kamala Harris to be president and then he would have lived? That is fucking ridiculous. What a stupid idiot. Destiny is like one of my least favorite people in the world. And he just constantly reminds me why.
Every time he's in office, this happens. People joked about when Biden came in, it was so boring, nothing was going on.
No, and I don't remember this. No, I think we didn't have the content president anymore who always had something to say because he didn't speak because that man was taking nappies from 4 p.m. until freaking 7 a.m., maybe 8 a.m. The dude was always sleeping. God knows who even ran the country.
7 out of 10 of the largest protests
What's
in
up,
American
noise?
history have happened under Donald Trump. All
Good to
of
see
the
ya.
recent political violence that's happened in this country over the past 20 years, the majority of it, the overwhelming majority of it, everybody gets mad because they keep asking Grok about it, has been conservative.
Oh God, oh God, oh God. It's so not true. And by the way, they're using the ACLU as a reference for this. Okay.
Has been
Who shot Charlie Kirk?
Yes, who shot him?
a guy from Utah who was raised in a Christian family, who was a 22-year-old
A guy
white
described.
Who wears a furry outfit, bangs a trans, loves them, and is very left. Extremely left.
dude. He wasn't
Destiny.
trans. He
No,
didn't have
Destiny.
a trans girlfriend. He didn't have any trans
Yes, he did.
influences. He didn't have any
Yes, he
trans
did.
bullets. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes, he
you guys
did.
were wrong on all of that.
To be clear, the governor of Utah, Spencer Cox, has made it clear
We know.
that
What do you mean he didn't have trans bullets? What are you talking about, bro?
their investigation is now established.
They had furry references on the bullets. Okay.
established that he
And we have the texts. Hello. He's calling the guy that thinks he's a woman, my love. What the is that?
their investigation has now established that he had been radicalized by a leftist ideology, which drove him to do this. That's just
I'm sorry. Excuse me. When?
yesterday.
He
said
doesn't
that.
know. Is he pretending to not know? Or is he just avoiding it?
The
No.
governor of-
When was he radicalized? In the 6 months that he did remote college? Not
I don't
the
know when
18
he was
years that
radicalized, but I do
because
know-
what you just said.
So now Destiny's trying to pretend like this kid wouldn't have been already cooked going into college. Because in high school, for some reason, because he lived with MAGA parents, he must have been MAGA, right? Which we all know that's not necessarily the case at all. Kids will drift, like they will just drift away. Like, are you kidding me? Where'd all the lefty kids come from? Where do you think the millennials came from? They were all so hyper left. They came from parents that were right. Hello? It happens all the time. What? Because you've had a child, now they think the same as you politically? No, that all the time. That is not the case. Yeah, he looks like he's on uppers, dude. I don't know. And like he does this thing. I don't know. He's always like he moves his mouth like this when he talks. He's like, oh, well, like I can't look at him. Look at it's crooked right now. He's like, it's like a demon's like speaking for him.
I
That is
do
not
know
true.
the very
No, that's
reasonable
not true.
sounding governor of Utah
No.
has made
No,
it
it's not
clear
true.
that the
No, he
event.
hasn't made it
You may
clear.
not want
He
to
said
hear
this is an
this.
ongoing investigation.
You may not
No,
want to
you don't
hear
wanna
it, Destiny.
It's already come out, Destiny. We already know. I know you don't want it to be true because you want it to be MAGA kid, which never made sense ever. Never. As soon as Charlie Kirk was shot, we knew what type of person did it. What we didn't know is if they were trans or trans adjacent. It was trans adjacent.
But the reality is the investigators, according to the governor of Utah, have established that he was radicalized to a leftist ideology that drove him to murder Charlie Kirk. Now,
Yep.
let me just
that's
ask
just
you.
not true.
Let me just
There's
ask
no
you.
way
well,
to deal with it. You're
Okay,
living in a
accusing the
delusional
governor of
fantasy.
lying.
A delusional fantasy. We already know it to be true. We have the texts.
Yeah.
That's your prerogative. But
Sure.
if it turns out to have been somebody with a leftist ideology who wanted to shut up Charlie Kirk, would you condemn that?
I won't condemn anything until the president of the United
Oh my God, dude. Listen, guys, I'm a big YouTuber / kick guy, okay? And I'm not going to do anything until the president bends to my will and says not to do this stuff, even though he did. I'm going to pretend he didn't. Even though he said, I don't like this on both sides. Listen, I need the president of the United States, the leader of the free world, Donald Trump. I need him to do exactly what I tell him to do. And then I will condemn it, even though I won't. I won't actually ever, but I want him to do it. What a cuck.
States can go on air and say, all of us need to calm down.
So
The
you
fact
won't
that he
condemn
can go
the
on
murder of
Fox and
Charlie
Friends-
Kirk.
Why does he need to do that in order for you to say, yeah, please let's not kill each other? That would be cool. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. I mean, we saw the way he was posting. Please, you think he gives a shit? This guy doesn't care. He wants more of the same.
Till Donald Trump says
Piers,
something.
I'm a YouTuber.
What's up, Lord Dragonette?
Leftists and Democrats have been condemning and turning down the temperature, condemning violence, turning down the temperature for a decade.
No.
Donald Trump can't go on TV and say, all of us need to calm down.
Right.
Can you tell me why he cannot?
Why
tell
would you
his side
expect
to
anybody,
calm down?
Destiny?
You
What-
can't answer that. Can you answer that question?
Everyone notice how perturbed this dude is, Andrew? And he's like literally smoking because before this, there was another dude on that it wasn't Destiny, it was another guy, I forget his name. And they were arguing, dude. He's pissed still. The other guy walked off.
Question. Why
Okay,
can't
can
Trump
you
go on
answer
TV and
this
say,
question?
all of us should be less violent?
Why do you
can't
think-
Trump say that?
why do you
can't
think-
Trump say
behavior
that? I feel
contingent
I
on
feel
Donald
I'm
Trump?
insane
Ding, ding,
right
ding.
now.
Why do you
is
think-
your
no, let me
behavior
ask a
contingent
question.
on Donald
This
Trump?
is a
Let me ask
Democrat
you a
going
question.
at him now.
The president of the United States of America and the leader of the
Yeah,
opposing political party.
Let me
You
just.
have a huge audience of young men who
I'm a
listen to
YouTuber.
everything you have to
Who
say.
has more
So
young
when
men
you,
following
it
him?
doesn't
Who
matter.
has
You have a
more young-
huge
it doesn't
audience,
matter.
and because
This
of
is
the fact that
world
you have a
I'm
huge
living in,
audience,
and
you
your
have
brain
a
has been
responsibility
broken by
to
online
not
rhetoric.
turn. No,
And
it
your
hasn't.
brain
It
has
hasn't been
been
broken. I
destroyed
actually care
because
about the
people
country
bullied you on
and want to bring
Twitter.
people together.
If
You
then
do the
you should tell
opposite.
Donald
You
Trump to tell
represent the
people
worst
to
of us,
be
Destiny.
less.
God, he is so annoying. And then he won't let her talk on top of it all. But it doesn't end there. You think he's done? Do you think Destiny's done talking over people? No. Destiny's not done talking over people. Jack Posobiec has something to say. He has a decent amount of, this guy's an intelligent person. who actually was very good friends with Charlie Kirk. And like, so actually the broadcast I watched when Donald Trump was elected president, number 47, was the Charlie Kirk podcast. Like it was like the show they did. There was 4 of them, and it was him and Charlie and 2 other people. I watched that the entire night until Donald Trump was announced the winner. And when Charlie Kirk broke down crying, like he was so happy. Like I will never forget that. Like that's a moment I will remember for sure because it meant so much to him. And the whole night he was just like, okay, I can't, he's like, I don't want to call it early because he had called it early before they freaking dumped all the freaking votes on us, right? So he had called it early the election before. And he's like, I'm not going to do it, even though this guy was there and he's telling him, I'm telling you, Charlie, I'm telling you, we're going to win. We've got Pennsylvania. It's ours. It's over. And Charlie was like, no, man, I can't. But then like it finally came in and he didn't want to make the call. It came in and he broke into tears, man. He was there with him. Like this is his friend. He's known him for a very long time.
I mean, Piers, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This type of ideology where you've got someone who's willing to mock Erica, who's been standing strong for her family, for her children, who's just, she will never be able to grow old with Charlie. She will never be able to be with them again, have more children, to have grandchildren, to have those memories, to raise them. It's all gone. Every single moment of that future that they had was gone because someone fired a bullet at Charlie Kirk that said, hey, fascist, catch. And now you have people celebrating it.
So he said the bullet that hit him was the hey, fascist, catch one. He's just talking about the bullets. Well, that's not going to say. We look at Mr. Search Engine over here.
And when you ask people
That's
about
not even
it,
the
they
bullet
say,
that was fired.
oh,
How are you lying about this?
Shut
even?
up, Destiny.
Holy
Shut up.
shit, you're so
This guy never loses his cool. Jack is always cool as a cucumber, bro. He's had enough. They've all had it. That's why he's like this. Jack never yells. He never raises his voice. He's very calm. And even now when he's yelling, he's not yelling. Like, he is dadding him.
You're so
Shut
shameless,
up.
dude. Oh my god. You're not even inside the right bullet. You're such a disgusting
Piers.
piece of shit. Holy f.
What a
Piers.
pedantic
Are we-
point. What a
are we
It's not
even gonna do
pedantic.
this?
These guys are fucking.
Fucking wild. He just called Jack Posobiec a giant piece of shit because he said the wrong bullet. It was in the casing. It doesn't matter if he shot that one specifically at him or not. It doesn't matter. It was literally there, and they were all meant to murder Charlie Kirk. That's why those bullets were there.
Professional
It's total
liars.
pedantry.
It's
Epic
total
and base.
pedantry. Total
This guy
pedantry.
probably
I
I
fucking-
would like to let
Jesus.
Jack. I would like to let
Right, mute
Jack
him.
finish his point, please.
Yeah,
and,
it's just
and they'll claim
Yes,
there's no,
Max.
and they'll claim
I
there's
love
no
Jack
leftist
Posobiec. He's amazing.
connection. They'll claim there's no there, and then go so far as to lie and say there's some kind of Christian conservative connection when you could see the writing on the bullet casings.
Immediately.
So
Yes.
these are very
They tried to say that Bella Ciao was, well, this is actually groypers. Like a fringe group of groypers give two shits about the Bella Ciao song. It's Antifa. It's the anti-fascist group, right? And we all know Antifa, and we'll get to Antifa. We've got to talk about that. But we all know the Antifa of today are very fascist in the way they act, okay? So the fact that that's there and they're like, what, you don't like anti-fascists? Like I do, but Antifa is not. They aren't, not anymore.
common symbols associate whatever. The point is, right? It should be very, very clear.
I don't know. I think he's
Are we
just internet
connected
brain
with our
rails.
humanity, or are we not?
Straight up. Are we humanity or are we not? Now, remember, Mr. Calling this man a piece of shit, calling Jack Posobiec a piece of shit. This guy. This is the guy. This is the firefighter that got shot and killed when they tried to assassinate Trump.
Fuck it. F the dude, the firefighter guy, f Trump, f the people that support him. I just want you to know, okay? Just in case you're confused or it seems like I'm, whatever. If one of you were in the crowd and you're a conservative fan of mine and you end up, getting blown away or whatever the f, I'm making fun of you the next day on Twitter.
Who needs to turn down the rhetoric? This was last year. Trump wasn't president. And they killed this man and tried to kill him. Was that because Trump was elected? Oh, wait, it was Biden. So they were still shooting at us then? I'm so confused. I thought that didn't happen when there wasn't a Republican president. For some reason, I thought that didn't happen. Didn't he just get done telling us that if we wanted Charlie Kirk to be alive, then we shouldn't have elected Donald Trump? Well, he wasn't president, and they shot at him, and they killed this guy. So what are we talking about? Are you sure? Mr. Rhetoric, Mr. Turn down the temperature over here. Oh, he's not done. What does Destiny like to do in his spare time? He likes to plot murders.
Oh, I did troll the shit out of the DDoS kid. That's a guy, that's one of the people, like, legitimately, like, you have no, like, it's actually kind of scary, like, how close I was to getting people together to go down to his house and kill him and his family. Or it would have just been him and his father. Because I didn't know anything about it. Dude, that was some of the most fucked up shit in my entire life. I was so fucking close to doing it. But I was making so much money on Twitch, and
Listen to the clicks. This guy can't sit still. This dude needs Ritalin in his life. He needs it. He's like, he can't not do 2 or 3 things at once. He can't.
I don't know if Nathan was involved in yet, but for whatever reason, I decided that the current life I had wasn't worth the risk of... Oh my god. Oh my god, I was so close to this fucking address. I had fucking streets mapped out and fucking you had no fucking idea. That's when I first started getting interest in, like, owning a weapon. I got a permit to own a gun and everything. Holy
He just told you he plotted someone's murder. He had a whole plan. He went and bought a gun and got a gun license. He had maps. He knew everything he wanted to do to kill this person, and he decided not to do it because he started making money. That guy just called Jack Posobiec a piece of shit because Jack said the wrong bullet that hit Charlie Kirk. What are we doing? Why does this guy have any kind of, like, platform? Why do people listen to him? It's not that I say you need to take away the platform from people who are fucking crazy. I mean, maybe. But why do people listen to him? Because they're like him. Because people find people like them. You all people are here. You're all incredibly good looking and awesome, which is why you're here. You found someone like you. I understand. So when the crazy lefty loonies go find Destiny and stick around, I think we know why. We know what his fan base is, please. You think there's anyone normal watching Destiny after they've watched him for a few hours? Normal people would watch Destiny and be like, man, this guy's kind of crazy. Then he'd say something else crazy. They're like, man, he's kind of crazy. Then they hear him say something else fucking crazy. Be like, this guy's fucking crazy. I'm out of here. Like, this guy's nuts. Only people who are absolutely internet brain cooked in the head, radicals that can't actually think for themselves because they get radicalized by MSN and people like this. Those are the only people that watch him. People who cannot think for themselves. Period. I absolutely think that is the case. I mean, listen to him speak. He cannot even stay on task when he's talking. This man's playing some fucking clicker game. Well, and because he has to keep talking, now he's telling you about the murder he planned. What? Are we serious? This is the guy? Are we serious? Dude. I just don't get it, man. I don't get how anyone can watch this dude, but it happens. People do. But it's a lot. It's way too many. It's a little worrisome.
He's owning every game.